I'm gonna offend so many people with this video. Welcome to the Metal Robot Reviews channel. I'm your host, Tom McKay, and welcome back once again to the 10-second Purge. This seems to be a fan favorite amongst quite a few of you in the Metal Robot community, along with many people who have discovered this channel for their first time. So, you know what? I'm more than happy to keep making this show for you. But you might be thinking, hold on, 10-second Purge? I have never heard of this show before. What is that? And also, who the hell are you? You look like a disfigured Swedish Barbie doll. What is going on here? And to that I say, first of all, that's rude. Second of all, this show is pretty easy to get caught up on. Essentially, it's a montage of albums that we review in 10 seconds or less. In this case, all the albums that we're reviewing today come from Q1 of 2021. So that's January, February, and March of this year. So that's what we're doing for this episode. But before we get into it, I want to encourage you to subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already for more reviews like this in the future, or even just full-length reviews that'll be coming out as we go along. Let's get straight into it. This is Q1 of the 10-second Purge. Shadöccult Soundscapes, a cinematic relaxation experience. I mean, I did put the self-titled on my best EP of 2020 list, so I might as well tell you this album is indeed relaxing. BlackEternal, Darkness Embrace 2, the Oakenford Chronicles, a very well-produced audio drama with symphonic black metal interspliced sometimes, though this is not a typical metal album, so just be warned. Tantivy, Eyes in the Night. I'm not sure exactly why, but every time I hear this style, I always imagine this.
Yeah, beer and pussy.
Nicarus, Coal People, Coal Puppets, the result of Proto-Doom mixed with the occasional I'm a ghost from Scooby-Doo moments. BAND-MAID, Unseen World. Nervosa's Perpetual Chaos. It's not breaking any new ground by any means, but if you're hoping to break your dad's wet bar with an ensuing mosh pit, this is one to look into. Gatecreeper, An Unexpected Reality. I can only imagine the thought process for that 11-minute song on a grindcore album. If we write grindcore song, right, we slow down, we have full song. Starcrazy, Played for Suckers. It's a booty-wiggling good time, though the guy's voice does grate after a while, even for an EP, so just proceed with caution is what I'm trying to say here. Hard is Where Shadows Fade. This is so goth, I can feel the darkness flowing through my veins. Wake me up! Wake me up! I hate myself. Evanescence, The Bitter Truth. The fact that these guys have been around for over 20 years by this point and still managed to put out something with the same prowess and power, that is impressive. Ingested stinking cesspool of liquefied remnants. Another year, another time. Same old deathcore. Labyrinth, Welcome to the Absurd Circus. Such vibrant and colorful and powerful power metal. Ah, damn, me likey. Wizards, Metal in My Head. Trust me, thanks to this series, I will never not have metal in my head at all times of the day. Shit, I was supposed to review an album, wasn't I? Fuck! Architects, From Those Who Wish to Exist. Nothing new here, but with Architects, you can't go wrong in my books. Gravepuffers, Necronomicon. Look, I know this looks bad, okay? But to be fair, she did consent to having her skin turned inside out and then having wires and pipes shoved in every orifice. So just give me some credit here. Surge Tankian's Elasticity. I mean, it's a shame these don't get to be official Sode songs, but you know what? I'm glad they're out there. I'm glad they're out there. Asphyx Necrosaurus. I have never been so terrified and simultaneously turned on by an album cover until now. Oh yeah, the music's fucking brutal too, so just Tribulations, Where the Gloom Becomes Sound. It's kind of a weird blend between heavy metal and blackened while also being Sad Boy 3000 the entire time. Escarion's Pillars of the Faith. This one just screams, we're pissing chunks of blood, bitches! Loathes the Things They Believe. The immediate dead giveaway of what this album actually was the relaxation tag under the genre tags. For once, Apple Music actually tells it how it actually is. Nicely done, guys. Cult of Luna's The Raging River. I'm curious to know, what did I say about the last album? Even though I have a tolerance for long albums, this one just felt like it took way too long to finish. Well, that's been rectified here. Nicely done. A name in an album I can't pronounce. I'm not gonna say anything about this. I want you to hit play on this album with no prior research about who these guys are, and you tell me if your first assumption was correct. Wigwam, Never Say Die. Before even listening to this album, my thoughts were, who the fuck names their band Wigwam? It's like naming your dick Frizzle Frazzle. I mean, the album's good, but still, what the fuck? Rob Zombie's The Lunar Injection Kool-Aid Eclipse Conspiracy. Nothing really new here by any means, but if you're a Rob Zombie fan, you've already creamed, so what are you doing here? Hey, I hope you're enjoying the video thus far. Don't click away just yet. We're not quite done with the episode just yet. I want to say, A, if you have not done so yet, hit the like button and share this video out because it does tell me that you're enjoying this type of content and it also helps with the engagement of this video. On top of that, I want to share out the newest episode of the Metal Robot Podcast. In this episode, we talk with the Metal Tris about YouTube. We review some albums, that'd be Termina, Crave, and Void of Solace. And we talk about what everyone's listening to with Colin Sterling of Thrasher's Paradise. So if you have not done so already, check out the link down below for the podcast, as well as the YouTube card right up there. With that said, let's get back into the 10-second purge. Accepts too mean to die. You see, it's shit like this that makes me realize, damn, heavy metal still sounds fucking cool! Ablaze my sorrow among ashes and monoliths. If you're looking for some melodic black metal to have on your COVID days chilling, drinking a cup of milk like the good little Satanist you are, then this is for you. I'm kidding. You don't drink milk. The body, I've seen all I need to see. I don't know what just happened. Like, my first immediate thought after listening to this thing was, all right, time to stop my ears with a piece of glass. Crystal Vipers, The Cult. I'm not cherry-picking any of these albums, I swear. Heavy metal's just had a really good year so far. Sure, it's bread and butter, but honestly, right now, I'm more moist than a wet towel going down a sewage pipe. Abiotic Icky Guy. Face-melting deathcore that's guaranteed to make you terrified of any samurai from this point forward. Love and Death, Perfectly Preserved. I'm not even really into this sort of pop alt metalcore style as much as I used to be, but this does have some value in it. It can get boring after a bit, but there are some real bangers on here. Zayd's Bettenkrebs. Sometimes I forget that grindcore has really short songs, and then this shit comes across my desk. Why? Like if Tears Ominous when you have to recycle an old joke because people keep doing weird shit. Mantra's Monster Mind Consuming. I feel like the only purpose you had for your female vocalist here was to just have her go. Other than that, it's a pretty good album. I'm gonna offend so many people with this video. Harakiri for the Sky, Marai, the only band I can ever think about that can get away with playing some catchy rock music with a dying seal in the front. The Crown's Royal Destroyer, a never-ending assault on your eardrums. When I finished listening to this thing, my first response was, wow, that was intense. Why can't they hear anything? Alice Cooper's Detroit Stories. Not bad, though of course it's not at Alice's peak, but for later day Cooper, I can't really complain. Orcumentary fully orchestrated. This night, the music will be stained with the blood of elitists. March to the forums, leave none alive. If that sounds familiar, by the way, you're awesome. Devastating Light, I have already failed you. Production-wise, it's not my cup of tea, but if you're into post-metal, you could do way worse than this. A Day to Remember, you're welcome. No, in fact, I don't feel welcome. In fact, I feel like I just walked in on the wrong fucking band. What was this? Love Bites, Glory, Glory to the World. Still as ferocious and classy as ever. Japanese power metal is fucking awesome. Witch Tit, Intoxicating Lethargy. My ears are dirty. That is not normal. Rise to the Sky, Let Me Drown With You. This has the slow thing going against it. If you're into so slow that someone wants you to speed up, then this is gonna be your album. Otherwise, you will get bored, so be warned. Dead Sun Night Terrors. Yo, tell your mixing engineer to turn the frickin' bass up. On first listen, I thought you guys took production tips from Lars frickin' Ulrich. Angelius Apanchida, self-titled. It's thrash metal. I mean, what else can I really say that hasn't been said about almost every other thrash metal album that's come across my desk? It's good for what it is, but it's nothing really inventive or anything new. Necronomicon, the final chapter. Heart Healer, self-titled. Here's my impression of a typical opera. Tristis is sad. Anyways, it was a good album. Nightfall, At Night We Pray. It's extreme, sure, but of course this band knows you can't help but add a little bit of melody to it. I Hate Gods, A History of Nomadic Behavior. Super raw, super filthy. Like walking into your little brother's room. Wear a hazmat suit. It's required. Crystallion's Heads or Tails. The vocals shine through on this one, but instrumentally it can get very boring after a while. Just have that pick-me-up ready to go if you're planning on powering through this whole fucking thing. Ainur, War of the Jewels. Okay, the fact that when I load up these songs, the genre tag says Tolkien Prog Rock Orchestra, that's a fucking cheap shot. Man, you know I have to give a good rating to that. God damn it. The Ruins of Beverest, the Thuo Grimoires. If Hades started a black metal band, this would be the end result. The Noctambulant's Hellrazor. It's a lovely mix between melodic, heavy metal, and so, all in all, it's a pretty good album. Bloody Hammer's Songs of Unspoken Terror. Okay, this is not a metal album. This is actually a horror punk album, but if you like horror of any kind, then you're gonna have a lot of fun with this one. Ghostbound, extended play for my sweet Mary Thyme. It's so melancholy, yet bright at the same time. How? Era, self-titled. I mean, it's okay. If you like Architects, this could be your thing, but I've heard this style so many times that I'm numb to it. All right, well, that about covers it for quarter one of the 2021 10-second purge. Any albums you want me to cover from this quarter or for the next quarter, let me know in the comments down below. Once again, the podcast is out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, and on YouTube. You can check that out. Link is down below. With that said, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit the like button, and if you're new here, hit the subscribe button, ring that fucking bell, and I'll see you in the mosh pit next time. Have a good night.